Hey guys, hi. Very good afternoon. So we'll wait for some time then we'll start. Please ask your friends to join. Thank you. Hey guys, very good afternoon. Let's wait for another couple of minutes. Please ask your friends to join. Thank you. Hey guys, hi. Very good afternoon to all the participants. I hope my voice is audible to you and my screen is visible. Get some confirmation in the chat box, please. Audible and my screen visible. Okay. Thank you for this confirmation, guys. Guys, you might find some kind of background noise because it's actually raining outside here. So there might be slight disturbance in the backend, but I hope the voice is clear to you. Okay. So yesterday, guys, you're asking me regarding the helpline email. So I am being sharing you this helpline email here in the notes section. Okay. So those who do not have access to this notes section, let me give you here. Okay. Check this link. This is the link which contain the notes. Okay, that we're going to prepare during the session. All right. And in the same notes, you'll find all the relevant links which all are required. Okay. So this is the helpline email, teamsip@thesmartbridge.com. Okay. So if you have any kind of non-technical queries, you can just drop an email on that particular email ID. Okay, so please wait for some time. Once you drop an email, my team will definitely get back to you. All right, is that clear? Am I clear? Okay. So guys, in let's quickly recap like what we have seen in the last session. In the last session, we just discussed about what is Tableau Desktop, the two different editions, professional edition and the public edition. What are the different features of Tableau? Okay, and along with that, we have also seen how to install Tableau Public in our local machine, right? So I believe those who have not done it, you have uh, installed it after the session, correct? So guys, you can just give me thumbs up instead of typing yes in the comment section. I will understand. All right. Okay. You guys have this option here. Thumbs up. Okay. You have this reactions option, correct? You'll find the reactions option inside the Zoho platform. From here, you'll find the thumbs up option, and from there you can give me thumbs up. All right. Next thing I wanted to say, guys, some of you have queries related to the attendance. Uh, I'm just repeating it once again, guys. This try to attend this session through your registered email ID, okay, so that your attendance automatically gets captured through this Zoho platform. All right, try to attend this session through your registered email ID only, so that your attendance gets captured using it. Okay. And one more thing, guys, whenever you're dropping an email on this particular email ID, give the subject as NASCOM EPDL. Okay. You have to keep the subject as, one second, Action NASCOM. Action NASCOM EL. Okay. Keep the subject as Action NASCOM EL. All right. Mention this as query Action NASCOM. Here you can mention 15th June. All right. Keep this as a subject line. Okay. Then we can figure out like you are from this particular batch. All right. I hope all the set of instructions are clear to you. And do not again ask me regarding attendance link and all that, because just now I've clarified that. And please wait for some more time, guys. The recordings playlist will be shared with you. Okay, recordings will be shared with you all if you have missed any particular session. All right. Okay. So let's start the session, guys. So as I discussed with you yesterday, today we'll start with databases. Okay, we'll start with database. Okay. Now, can somebody tell me what do you mean by database? What do you mean by database? Can you tell me, guys? What do you mean by database? What do you mean by database? Yes, good. Patel, good. It's collection of data. Okay. It is a structured collection of data where data is stored. Collection of data in structured format. Yes, you guys are correct actually. Okay, you guys are correct. So basically, database are used to store a large volume of data in a structured format. Okay, database, they are used to store large volumes of data in structured format. All right. So why we do it actually? We do it so that it makes it easier for us to manage and work with the data as compared to storing the data in unstructured files. Okay. So databases are very commonly used across different industries. Okay, they serve different tasks like data storage. They do help in data retrieval. They do help in data analysis as well as information management. Okay, so they basically provide you a way to which you can store, you can organize, and you can efficiently query your data. Efficiently, you can create reports and you can do data manipulation. All right. So now let's talk about different types of database. Types of database. Types of databases. Okay, let me take this on this slide only. First is relational database. Okay. Second is operational database. All right. Third is distributed database. And fifth is cloud database. Okay. These are different types of database. So what are those? First, we have relational database. Then we have operational database. Third, we have distributed database. Fourth, we have cloud database. And one more, we can say it as end user database. End user database. End user database. Okay. Now, what are the different types of database? Let's talk each one of them one by one. First is relational database. See guys, relational database stores your data in structured table. Okay. You can say that the data is actually stored in the form of rows and columns. Okay. So basically in relational database, they use a certain schema to define the structure of the data, and they support SQL language. They support SQL language for any kind of querying and manipulation. Okay. That is your relational database. Okay. In relational database, your data is stored in the form of tables with rows and columns. Okay. They define certain schema, that is the structure of the table, which is used for efficient querying and data manipulation. All right. Next is operational database. Operational database is also known as OLTP. Anybody? Can you tell me what is the full form of OLTP? OLTP. OLTP. What is the full form of OLTP? Yes, Shirang Bondre, correct. Basically, operational database is also known as OLTP, which stands for Online Transaction Processing Database. Okay. So it is a kind of a database which is actually designed to support your to support and manage your day-to-day transaction operations inside your organization. Okay, it supports your day-to-day transaction operations inside an organization. Okay, so these transactions can include insertion, it can include updation, it can include retrieval of relatively small amount of data in the real time or non-real time. Got it? Clear? That is operational database. Yes. Next is distributed database. Distributed database is, you can say it is a kind of a database where the data is stored, it is managed and processed across multiple physically or logically interconnected computers, or you can say which are, we call them computers as a kind of node. Okay. So in distributed database, your data is stored and managed across multiple physically connected or logically interconnected computers. Okay. In other forms, we call these computers as nodes. Okay. So in distributed database, your data is distributed and it's replicated across. Okay, so which makes it very efficient for the data access and manipulation. All right. I hope this part is clear. Next is next is cloud database. Next is cloud database. Now, what is cloud database? Cloud database is also kind of a database, okay, which is actually hosted, it is managed and maintained in cloud computing environments. Okay, so instead of being installed on a local machine or local server, cloud database provides you service across the cloud platform. Can you give me some name of the cloud platform, cloud databases? Can you give me some names of cloud databases or cloud platforms? Yes, we have AWS, we have Google Cloud, Azure. Yes, these are some good examples. All right. Last is end user database. End user database, we can also call it as a kind of a personal database, okay, or a desktop database. Basically, here the database system is designed for individual users, okay, or you can say certain small teams so that they can manage and store the data. All right. So these databases are typically used for personal or some you can say like some small scale projects. Okay. So in that, so that you can simply organize and manipulate your data without any need of any kind of external technical expertise. Okay. So that is your end user database. All right. So these are the five types of database: relational database, operational database, distributed database, cloud database, and end user database. All right. Now we'll talk about MySQL. Okay. We'll talk about MySQL. MySQL. One second, guys. I think so. I'm getting one call. Just give me a minute. Distributed database is nothing but it's a database where your data is actually stored in physically or logically connected computers, which we call them as nodes. Okay, in kind of some star schema or any other schema, these computers are connected, and each computer serves as a node where the data is stored. Okay, that is distributed database. Now let's talk about MySQL. Can somebody tell me what is MySQL? Can somebody tell me what is MySQL? Yes, yes, Tati, you're correct. So, MySQL is an open source relational database management system. Okay, system relational database management. One second. Relational database management system. All right. So this is actually widely used for managing and manipulating your structured data. Okay. And who developed this? It is developed, distributed, and supported by Oracle Corporation. Okay. Oracle Corporation. All right. Somebody are raising some concerns. Let me see what is that. Let me see what is the problem. Okay, you are just asking, saying that. Okay, so let's talk about some of the important features of MySQL. So first, as I said, it's open source. Open source basically means it's something which is freely available. Okay, it is freely available under the general public license (GPL), and it allows the developers and organizations to use it to modify and to distribute the software without any licensing fee. Okay, without any kind of licensing fee. Next is cross-platform. Cross-platform. Cross-platform basically means MySQL can run on various operating systems like Linux, Windows, Mac OS, Unix. Okay, so this cross-platform compatibility makes it very suitable for a wide range of applications and environments. Okay, next is security feature. Security feature. MySQL also offers a very robust security feature so that it can protect your data. Okay, it includes user authentication. It includes access controls, encryptions, and other auditing capabilities. Okay, and it has a very wide community support also. Community, uh, studying for community, community and support. So basically, MySQL has a large and active community where the users, developers, and contributors contribute their work. Okay. Additionally, a commercial support and some other services are also available from the Oracle side, so that it is basically those services are available only for enterprise users. Okay. Now, next I would like to talk about something called mm, SQL. 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 Okay. Now, what is SQL? Can somebody tell me? What do you understand by SQL? Yes, somebody already says it's structured query language. Okay. SQL stands for structured query language. Okay. SQL stands for structured query language. Okay. So understand, guys, this is a standard programming language which is actually designed for managing and manipulating your relational database. Okay. It is the standard language or programming language which is designed to manipulate and manage your relational database. Okay. So it has got certain set of commands which is used for querying, updating, inserting, deleting, and managing the data within the database. All right. Uh, let's write down some basic SQL components. Okay. Basic SQL components. I think you might be aware about this, those who know SQL. So first is DDL. DDL. Okay. Second is DML. Third is DQL. Fourth is DCL, and fifth is TCL. Okay. These are five set of SQL components: DDL, DML, DQL, DCL, and TCL. Okay. Now what are these? DDL. DDL stands for data definition language. Okay. DML stands for data manipulation language. Okay. DQL stands for data query language. Query language. All right. Yes, I'm showing this here. DCL stands for data control language, and TCL. Somebody, can you tell me full form of TCL? Transaction control language. Okay. Transaction control language. All right. So there are five SQL components: DDL, data definition language; DML, data manipulation language; DQL, data query language; DCL, data control language; and TCL, that is transaction control language. Now, what are these things? See, guys, first is DDL. It stands for data definition language. Okay. See, guys, these are those statements which are used to define structure of your database. Okay. It can be your table. It can be your any other schema related element. Okay. So there are common statements inside DDL which are nothing but create. Okay. Then we have alter, and then we have drop. Okay. These are some common statements inside DDL. Okay. Next is DML. DML, as I said, it stands for data manipulation language. So this particular set of components is used to manipulate your data within the database. Okay. It includes like your inserting element. It includes like updating elements. It includes like deleting the records also. Okay. So there are common statements inside DML are insert, insert, update, insert, update, and delete. Okay. Then you have DQL. DQL stands for data query language. Okay. Data query language are used to retrieve the data from database. All right. So the very common statement which is used in DQL is select. Okay. Select. Then you have DCL, that is data control language. So DCL controls like who can access and who can actually access and manipulate the data inside the database. Okay. So there are certain common statements here like grant and revoke. Okay. We'll not go very deep into MySQL, guys. This is just a basic because whenever you go for any kind of data analytics interviews or do any particular project, the interviewer expects a basic understanding of MySQL from you guys. Okay. And finally, TCL. This consists of statements which are used to manage the transaction within the relational database. Okay. All right. So these are some of the basic SQL components. All right. Since we are talking about SQL components, we'll also now list some basic SQL commands. Okay. Let's list some basic SQL commands. All right. First is we'll take bullet. Okay. Select, select. Then we have insert. Then we have update. Then you have delete. Then you have create. Then you have alter. Then you have drop. We have grant. We have revoke. Okay. So these are some of the basic SQL commands. Now, what are the uses of all of these SQL commands? Can somebody tell me what is this command used for? What are these commands used for? Let's start with the select. See, guys, select is used to retrieve the data from the table in the database. Okay. What is select? Select is used to retrieve the data from tables in database. Okay. Yes. I think the non-technical people will understand. That is why I'm taking out this notes so that it will help you. Okay. Insert. Insert is used to add new records to the table. New records to a table. Okay. Update. Update is used to modify existing record in a table. It's used to modify existing record in table. Okay. Delete. Delete is used to remove the record from the table. Remove the record from the table. Okay. Create. Create is actually used to create new database object. Okay. It is used to create new database object. Okay. Alter. Alter is used to modify the existing structure of a of a database object. Okay. It is used to modify the existing uh, structure structure of existing table. Okay. Then drop. Drop is used to delete the database object. Okay. It is used to delete the database object. Okay. Grant. Grant is uh, used to grant specific uh, privileges to database users. Database users and revoke is used to revoke previously previously granted privileges. Okay. Clear, guys? I have missed one more command, that is truncate. Can somebody tell me what is this used for? Truncate. 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 Yes, it's used to delete the entire data in the table. Yes, it removes all the records from the table. It removes all records from tables. Okay. See, guys, there are three commands which are very similar, but they serve different purposes. First is drop, then truncate, and delete. Okay. So do not get confused between these three terms. Okay. Delete, drop, and truncate. Am I clear? Am I clear? Okay. All right. Non-technical people are able to understand. Say non-tech yes like that. Non-tech yes like that. You can respond. Non-tech guys are able to understand. All right. So we just discussed about database, types of database, relational database, SQL, basic SQL components, basic SQL commands. Okay. Now let's talk about the tool that I have asked you to install. That is MySQL Workbench. Now, can you tell me what is MySQL Workbench? Can somebody tell me what is MySQL Workbench? What is MySQL Workbench? Akansha Shah says it's workspace to perform MySQL command. Okay. What about others? You guys are from different programming languages, right? You must be knowing different programming languages, correct? Yes or no? Like you must be knowing C language, you must be knowing C++, Java, .NET and all, correct? Am I right? Am I right? Yes or no? So you already know all of these languages, correct? So to use these languages, you need some environment, correct? You are using some environment, correct? For example, for Java, you must be using Eclipse and all. For C++ or C, you must be using Dave or Visual Studio, like that. Am I correct? Yes? Yes or no? So what are these tools? These are nothing but we call them as IDEs, correct? IDEs. What is full form of IDE? What is full form of IDE? IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. Okay. So MySQL Workbench is an IDE. Okay. Integrated Development Environment. So this is specially designed for MySQL database development and administration. Okay. This is specially designed for MySQL development and administration. Okay. So it is an official tool which is provided by Oracle Corporation for working with MySQL databases. Okay. By Oracle. All right. So MySQL Workbench is an IDE which is developed by Oracle Corporation for working with MySQL databases. Okay. So it has got same features like how we have for MySQL. It has uh, cross-platform compatibility, means it is available on multiple operating systems. Okay. It has got inbuilt SQL editor for writing and executing your SQL queries against your database. Okay. And in this, you can create and modify your database. All right. So what all things you can do? You can do database design. You can go with it has got SQL development environment. Okay. And cross-platform compatibility. Okay. I think so that's clear. Now let's talk about different editions of MySQL Workbench. MySQL different editions. MySQL also has different editions. Okay. What are those different editions? First is MySQL Community Edition. Then you have MySQL Standard Edition. Then you have 1 second. MySQL Enterprise Edition. Okay. So these are the different editions of MySQL. Okay. What are those? We have MySQL Community Edition, MySQL Standard Edition, and MySQL Enterprise Edition. Okay, let me quickly recap what are these editions. Okay, see guys, MySQL Community Edition is an open source version of MySQL. Okay, it means it is freely available and it's suitable for the developers who are working on some kind of small project and any kind of open source applications. Okay, so basically it includes the core database feature and it has got a basic tool for any kind of database management and development. Then you have MySQL Standard Edition. MySQL Standard Edition is like a commercial offering which is built on the top of Community Edition. Along with that, it provides you some additional features and capabilities which are typically useful for small and medium-sized enterprises or businesses. Okay, so it also includes some kind of advanced backup and recovery options. Okay, it has got a better security feature and it also has some better performance enhancements inside it. Okay, then you have MySQL Enterprise Edition. MySQL Enterprise Edition is designed for large enterprises and organizations. Okay, basically those organizations like who require advanced scalability, those who require advanced security features, better performance, as well as more management tools. Okay, so it includes range of features and options which offers high availability. It gives better security auditing. It gives you advanced backup options. Okay, and more performance tuning and many more features inside it. Okay, along with that, this is the edition which also comes up with official technical support from MySQL. Okay, so these are the three editions. Most probably we'll be working on this particular edition. Okay, so yesterday I have asked you guys to download and install MySQL Workbench. Let me launch a poll. Let me see how many of you have done it. Please participate in this poll, guys. Please participate in this poll. All of you, please participate in this small poll. I can see only a few of you are participating. Our others are just joining for attendance. You do not want to participate. Guys, if I'm launching a poll here, I want 100% attendance in the poll. Okay. Please respond regularly in the session whenever I'm launching a poll because this gives me an idea like how many of you are following the instructions. Okay. So, like 50% of your people, I can say that they have installed and 50% of the people have not yet installed. The reason can be anything, guys. It's up to you. If you want to practice, you can install it or else you can watch the session for understanding purpose. Okay, but I recommend you, if you have time, do practice it. All right, because whenever you go for any kind of interviews and all, definitely you're going to face questions on MySQL. Okay, Patel, what are you trying to submit? What you are trying to submit? Poll. Okay, maybe you have participated in the poll earlier. All right. So, guys, if you have carefully followed the installation video, I have also shared the installation video here. If you see here, this is the link from where you can download the MySQL Workbench, and this is the small video referring which you can install MySQL Workbench in your local machine. Okay, this is an old video, but the steps are same only. Okay, guys, it's not like you are absent, you have not attended the session, maybe any reason. Okay, the sessions are already started. Okay, so we just have talked about introduction to data analytics, BI tools, business intelligence, and we have just covered the installation process of Tableau public in your local machine. Okay, and today is our third session. All right, so please go and refer the recording for more information. Now, so have if you guys have seen that video properly, this small video of installing MySQL Workbench, it asks you to set a password. How many of you have know that it has asked me to set a password? How many of you know, have seen that step? It's asking to set a password, right? See, guys, do not forget that password. Okay, please keep that password safe in your mind or store it somewhere. Okay, uh, do not forget to forget that password. Okay, so I'll just open my MySQL Workbench here. Okay, so this is my MySQL Workbench. So if you have successfully installed, and once you launch your application, you'll be getting this kind of interface. Okay, so we are just on the, you can say here, right now we are standing outside the house of MySQL Workbench. Okay, let's say this is a house of MySQL Workbench and we are standing at the door. Okay, if you see here, this is an option here to get inside this particular MySQL Workbench. Okay, this is the door to get inside your MySQL Workbench. Okay, if I click here, it is asking me a password now, right? So this is a password that you have set during the installation. All right, this is a password that you have set during the installation. Once you type this password and hit enter, you will be successfully logged in inside your MySQL Workbench. Okay, are you all able to log in inside your MySQL Workbench? Yes or no? Tell me. If you remember your password properly and you type it correctly, you will be able to log in inside your MySQL Workbench. Okay, like how I'm able to do so. Okay, if it is showing you error, then there might be some mistake in your password that you're typing. All right. So, if you have downloading and installing it for the first time inside your system, guys, you'll be getting a blank interface here, except assist option here. Okay. Let me just brief you about this interface. I'll not go very deep inside this interface because we're just talking about the basics. So, very first thing, in the left hand side, you can see we have something called schemas. In the left hand side, you can find schemas, correct? In schemas, this is the place where you're going to create your database. Okay, this is the place where all your database will be listed. Okay, inside my schemas, you can see as of now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 database, right? One is this. This is default from the application itself. Okay. The rest four are the database that I had created. Let me remove them so that we are all on the same page. Okay. Let me remove all. Okay. Now, if you see here, I'm just not removing IMDb because this is someone that I have manually created. Okay. So as of now, you can see under the schemas, I have only one particular database, that is two databases, IMDb and SIP. Okay. If you see here, as of now, in the center of the screen, there is a small blank window, right? Blank white screen. This is the page where you are actually going to write down your SQL queries. Okay. If you're not getting it, you have to click on this plus SQL. Okay. You can see here, we are getting an option, create new SQL tab for executing query. So this is, once you click on it, this is the place where you get to create, write down your queries. Okay. Let me cross it. Let me close it. Okay. So this kind of window will open for you where you're going to write down all your SQL queries. Okay. And you're going to interact with your databases. Okay. Now, once you type your queries, how to execute it? How to execute it means how to run that particular command. You have to use this flash symbol to execute your command. Okay. You have to use this flash symbol to execute the command. Okay. You can see this is a flash icon, correct? So it says execute the selected portion of the script or everything if there is no selection. Okay, you will be using it. In the center option, you get say you can see the limit to 1,000 rows. This is basically the output. Okay, means how many records you want to display in the output. It's saying limited to 1,000 rows. Means in my output, I can see result up to 1,000 rows. Okay, in my output, I can see results up to 1,000 rows only. Clear? Am I clear to you? Am I clear? All right. And if you want to save, simply you can go and save from here also. Save the script as like that you can do if you want to save your script. Okay. Usually, if it is saved, you'll get a file name here. Okay. And one more thing I wanted to say. Yes. Yeah. In the bottom, if you see, once you type, if you have any errors, if you got any errors, it will be showcased here that so and so particular command has an error. Okay. If it runs successfully, if it runs successfully, it will show you with a green tick. Okay. It will show you with a green tick. Okay. All right. If your command, whatever you have written here, whatever SQL code you have written here, if it is correct, it will show with, if it is correct, it will show you with a green tick. If it has got an error, it will show you with a cross symbol and it will mention the reason here. Okay. And whatever SQL commands you're writing down, you have to write down this symbol at the end. Okay. This one. What is this? Can somebody tell me what we call this? What we call this? Yes. Okay. Semicolons. So you have to end your statement, your codes with semicolons only. All right. Whatever SQL commands you're writing on, you have to terminate it with this semicolons. Okay. Sometimes it gets executed, guys, but have a good practice to write on uh, to use this particular semicolon at the end of the statement. All right. So we'll start with practicing, guys. Let's before that we'll take a break. Okay. You can have some water. Let's take a break of 10 minutes and then we'll continue. Okay. Okay. Thank you, guys. Okay, guys. Sorry. We'll back after the break. Okay. So now we'll start with the practicals. Are you all ready? Yes. No. Okay. Just a second, guys. Okay. Before coming on that, uh, let's talk about two more terms. That is something called uh, primary key and foreign key. And foreign key. What are these terms? Can somebody tell me? Primary key and foreign key. What are these two terms? Primary key and foreign key. Yes, Shivam Jani, correct. Primary key is a column, okay, that uniquely identifies each row in a table, okay, and it cannot contain null values, okay. It cannot contain null values. What is primary key? Uh, it's a column that uniquely that uniquely identifies uniquely identifies each row in a table. Okay, and it cannot be null. Whereas what is foreign key? What is foreign key? It is a unique key of another key. Okay, that's a quick one. See, foreign key is also it can be a column or set of columns that is referencing another column. Okay, in another table. All right, foreign key is a field in one table that is referring to the primary key in another table. All right, okay, foreign key it references another column in another table. Clear? I think these two things are clear to you. Primary key and foreign key. Those who have not opened this MySQL workbench, please open it, guys, because now we will be looking into some practicals on it. Okay. So how to write down? First, let's talk about how to write down comments. Can somebody tell me how do we write down comments in MySQL? There are two types of comments. First is single line comment and another is multi-line comment. How do we write down single line comment? How do we write down single line comment? Okay. So you guys are correct. Basically, you can make use of to write down single line comment. You can use double hyphen, hyphen to write down single line comment. Okay. I don't know why this space is coming. Okay. Single line comment. Okay. And how to write down multi-line comment? How to write down multi-line comments? How to write down multi-line comment? Basically, let's say if I want to write down multi-line comment, I can use forward slash a star. I can write down here. Okay, again a star and forward slash back. Okay, so this is said to be a multi-line comment. Okay, let me write down here as multi-line comment. Okay, multi-line comment. Let me copy this and let me paste it here. Multi-line comment and single line comment. Yeah. Similarly, if I have to try with single line comment, I can write down here as like this hyphen hyphen single line comment. Okay, single line comment. All right. These are the ways to write down single line comment and multi-line comment. Okay. Now, now we'll talk about a very important operation that is called CRUD operations. CRUD operations. Okay. CRUD operations. In CRUD operations, C stands for create. Okay. R stands for read. U stands for update, and D stands for delete. Okay. So these are four set of operations that we are going to see now. Okay. CRUD operations: create, read, update, and delete. All right. Yeah. Before that, okay. First of all, we'll start with create command. Okay. Let me do one thing. Let me remove these stuffs from here. I don't need this. Okay. I have already written down here. Okay. First, let's see how to create a database. See, guys, I'll show you two ways to create a database. Okay. From here, you can type this command like create database like that, and followed by you can give the name of the student, name of the database. Let's say I want to create a database for me with the name student. Okay, a semicolon. Now if I select it and if I execute this one, you can see I have got a successful message here in the bottom. It says created database student, one row affected. Okay, but if you see here, still I cannot see my database now. Can you tell me what is the reason? Can you tell me what is the reason I'm not able to see my database? I've created the database, right? Created database with the name student. I cannot see the name the database here. Yes, I can just refresh it. You can see now the student database is created here. Okay. If I just expand this database, you can see here I have tables, views, stored procedures, and functions. Inside tables, as of now, I don't have any particular tables. Okay. I do not have any particular table. All right. So this is the database, how to create database. Create database. Sorry. Let me select it. Let me paste it here. Okay. To create database, you will be using create database students. All right. Now, another way to create database is just right click here, and here you will get an option create schema. There is an option called create schema. If you click here, from here you can give a new name here, and you can create that specific database. Okay, whatever name of the database you want to create, give the name here, click on apply. That's it. Your database will get created. Okay, you have to go with create schema. Pila Pushpata IMDb, that is fine. That is in my database because I have created it. Manually I have created it, so that is the reason it's there in mine. In your case, it will not be there. In your case, you will find only this file. This will be present. Okay. No, that is fine. Now, see guys, inside schemas, I have multiple databases. I have IMDb, student, and assist file, correct? Now, how will my MySQL workbench will come to know like I'm performing the query with which particular database? How will it come to know? Okay. Let's say I want to perform all my queries with respect to the student database, then which command should I use to use this particular database? Yes, we have to use keyword along with the name of the database. Okay, you have to use the use keyword with the name of the database. Name of the database is student. Okay, semicolon, select it and execute this. So now you can see, as of now, currently I'm inside my student database. Okay, currently I'm in my student database. Okay, Yeah. All right. Now, we'll see how to create a table inside the student's database. Okay, we'll see how to create a table inside the student database. Okay, for example, guys, I want to create a table with the name student only. Let's say I want to create a table with the name student only. Okay, I want to create a table. So my table name is again going to be student. Table name is going to be student. Okay. Inside this particular table, I want to have four fields. One is going to be student ID. Okay. Student ID. I'll make use of this underscore to give space. Then I have to have the name. Okay. Second column should be name. Third column should be age. And the fourth column should be grade. Okay. I want to create a table with these four fields. Okay. Name of the table is going to be student. The first column is going to be student ID. Second column is going to be the name. Third column is going to be the age. And fourth column is going to be the grade. Okay. Understand, guys. One more thing here. What I want to make, I want to keep, I'll keep the student ID to auto increment. Okay. I'll make this student ID auto increment so that whenever I'm inserting values inside this table, I do not have to give student ID again and again. Okay. I repeat one more time what I will be doing. First of all, I'll make the student ID as a primary key and I will make this auto increment. Okay. Which means that whenever I'm adding the records inside the student table, I do not have to specify the student ID again and again. It will auto increment. As soon as the MySQL workbench founds a new record, the student ID will auto generate it. Okay. Clear? So what we have to do? What we have to do? Can somebody share me the code here? Can somebody share me the code here? How to create this particular table? Can you please try, guys? Those who know already MySQL workbench, can you please try? Create table, table name. Okay. No, I do not want to insert into table name right now. First of all, give me the schema for the table. Okay. Siddhi Kulkarni says create table student. Student ID. Uh, okay, it's int. Its primary key, student name, varchar 50. Okay, age is again int. But tell me, Siddhi Kulkarni, if I use this particular command, whatever you have shared, okay, and when I'm inserting the value inside this particular table, do I have to pass the student ID again and again, or it will get auto increment? It will get auto generated. I don't have to pass it. It will auto generate. It will not auto generate. Okay. Okay. Let's see, guys, how to do it. Okay. So once again, guys. Okay. Let's come back to the session. So now, what we'll do? At first, give it here as create table. Okay. Now to create table, I'll use here create table. Okay. What I said, what should be the name of my table? It should be student, right? Student. Let me use a one s at the end so that I can make out the difference between the database and the name of the table. Students. Okay. And we'll start with the parenthesis. Okay. First thing that you need to pass is student ID. Student underscore ID. Okay. Student ID. It should be int. Okay. It should be a primary key. It should be a primary key. Primary key. Okay. Something wrong here. Primary key. Okay. Then it should also auto increment. All right. Let me use a comma here. Then the next field should be name. Okay. It should be of varchar. Okay. Size should be of 50 characters. And this should not contain any null value. So not null. Okay. Comma. Then again, the next column is age. It is integer, comma, age, integer, and grade to be as again varchar of size 5. Let's say 5. Okay. Let's close the parenthesis and semicolon. Okay. Can you check this code? Where is this? Okay. If I select it and if I execute this, you can see table has been created. Table has been created. Correct. If you just refresh it, you'll find table. There's a table called students created. Okay. There's a table called students which is created here. Clear how to create this table? All right. Next thing that we have to do here, if you see here, what has happened? I've used this term called auto increment. Okay. With the help of auto increment, what is happening now? Whenever I'm inserting records inside my table, I do not have to specify the student ID again and again. Okay. I do not have to specify student ID. I just have to pass these three details, name, age, and then the grade. Okay. Because student ID is auto increment, it will auto generate. Okay. Let's see how to insert the data also here. Insert data. Okay. So what all things I want to insert? I will insert 5 records inside it. Okay. I'll insert 5 records. So I have to use insert into statement, insert into. After that, name of the database, that is students. Okay. Name of the database, that is students, followed by what all details I have to pass. I want to pass my name, age, and grade. Okay. For this, I want to pass the values. Okay. Next line onwards, I'll pass here the values. Okay. Let's say my first detail is Raju. Okay. Let's say he is 20 years old and he belongs to A grade. Okay. Comma. Let me copy this, paste it, paste it, paste it, paste it. 5 records. Let me change the names here. Let's say second name is Mohan. Then let's say he is 21 and he belongs to grade B. Okay. Then we have Suraj. He is 23. He belongs to again grade A. Let's keep it as it is. Then we have Geeta, let's say she is 22 and she belongs to grade B. And we have uh, Sam, he's again 19 and he belongs to grade, let's say, Gypsy. Okay. And the last we have to use semicolon. Okay. If I just execute this one, you can see here inserted the records. Okay. We have got 5 rows affected. Okay. And all these records has been inserted inside my table. Okay. That is students table. Raju, Mohan, Suraj, Geeta, Sam. Okay. Inserted the data. All right. Is this clear? Now let's see how to retrieve the record. Okay, let's see how to retrieve the record. Uh, like I have inserted this many values inside my students table, right? I want to see all the records. To see all the records, you have to use select statement. Okay, select followed by a star. Basically, the star denotes all. Okay, means all the records. The star denotes all the records. Okay, select star from student. Okay, select start from students. Let me select it and let me execute this. If you see now, in the bottom, you can see all the records. Okay. If you see here, we have not passed student ID, correct? This is auto-generated. Okay. We have passed name, we have passed age, and we have passed the grades. Correct. Select all from students. Okay. This star basically says all. Star says all. Okay. Let's say inside this particular table, you want to see only the records with grade A. So for that, again, you can use the same set of command, but only at the end you'll be use where you can use where clause where grade is equal to A. Okay. Now if you select it and execute this, you can see only the students with grade A. Okay, we have only 2 students, Raju and Suraj, that we're getting it. Okay. No, table name will be coming in small only. Okay. It will be coming in small. All right. Let's see next one, that is update data. How to update data? Let's see that also. Let's say I have this guy Raju. His age is 20, correct? I want to change his age from 20 to 21. Okay, I want to change his age from 20 to 21. So how will I do that? So I'll use the update keyword. Update students. Update students. Set age is equal to 21, where name is equal to Raj. Okay. All right. Update students set age is equal to 21, where name is Raj. Let me execute this. Now, if you see the age has been updated, if you run this particular cell again, you can see age is now 21. Earlier, I had defined the age as 20, but now I have updated the age to 21. Okay. Am I clear with this? Am I clear with this? All right. Let's see final. So we have seen in the CRUD, we have seen C, R, and U, right? We have seen how to create, how to read. This is to read, and we have seen how to update. Let's see how to delete also. To delete, the data, to delete data. Let's say from this entire table, I just want to delete the record where your name is Geeta. I want to delete this record only, Geeta 22B. Okay. So for that, I'll use the delete keyword, delete from name of the table, that is students, where name is equal to Geeta. Okay. If I select it and if I view this, you can see delete from students where name Geeta, one row selected. A green tick basically means this has been executed successfully. All right. If you run this again, now you can see Geeta has been deleted, which was on serial number 4. Okay, which was on serial number 4. Clear? What is buffering, Gafur? I hope the flow operations is clear to all the participants. Can you all give me a thumbs up? Thumbs up. Okay. Now, let's jump back to our SQL editor. Okay. We see some other SQL operations. Okay. We'll see some other SQL operations. Let me write down here. SQL operations. Okay. We'll talk about some other SQL operations. The first SQL operation that I want to discuss about is absolute function. Okay, absolute function. So what is absolute function, guys? What do absolute function do? Absolute function basically converts any non-negative number, any negative number to a non-negative number. Okay, absolute function converts your negative number to a non-negative number. Okay, let's say if I pass select of absolute, I use absolute function of -5, let's say. Okay, and if I just execute this one, you will see that in the output I'm getting the response as 5. Okay, I'm getting the response as 5. Okay, absolute value of -5 is 5. Okay, if you see here in the output response, I'm getting a table with the table column name as absolute of -5. If I want to rename this column name, I just have to use here as Ilias for it using as keyword. Okay, I'll give here as absolute value underscore value. Okay, now if I select it and execute this, you can see this is the updated value with the uh, new column name. Okay, with the alias name of absolute -5 as a column name. Clear? Absolute function. This is absolute function. Let's see another functions. Let's talk about round function also. So we'll use select round off. Let's say I pass some value 3.1415 9 like that. Okay, as I use round value, rounded underscore value. Can somebody tell me what should be the output here? What will be the output here? If I'm taking the round off of 3.1459 like that, 14159 like that. So what is the output? Okay, let's see. I have to use one semicolon at the end. Let me select it and execute this. So you can see the rounded value is 3. Okay, rounded value is 3. Okay, there is one more way to write down the round of value. Let me copy this and show you here. Okay, if I just use here a comma and pass a number here, let's say 2. Now what will happen? It will round off up to this particular decimal point. Okay, up to 2 decimal points. Okay, if I pass, if I use a comma and pass a number here, it will round off up to 2 decimal values. If you now select it and execute this, you can see I'm getting 3.14. Okay, 3.14 up to 2 decimal values. Clear? All right. Next, I'll talk about another function that is called seal function. Seal function. Seal function. What is the seal function? Anybody have you heard about seal function? Anybody have you heard about the seal function? Siddhi Kulkarni. Okay, guys. Basically, seal function, what it does, it returns you the smallest integer, okay, which is greater than or equal to a given number. Okay, it returns you a smallest integer which is greater than or equal to a given number. Okay. For example, let's say you are standing in a room. We'll take a simple analogy example. Let's say you are standing in a room. So you have two things, right? You have a floor below you and you have a ceiling above you, correct? So in a similar way, here also, ceiling, what it does, it returns you the smallest integer which is greater than or equal to a given number. Okay, let me give you an example. We'll use ceil function, select ceil function. Okay, inside this, we have to pass a value. Okay, as ceil value. Field underscore value. If I just select it and execute this, you can see it is what it is doing. It is directly rounding off this value, entire value to the nearest integer. Okay, nearest integer. Okay, up to the towards the upper side. All right, towards the upper side. Similar to ceiling, we have one more function called floor function. Floor function. Floor function. So what floor function do? Floor function returns you the largest integer that is less than or equal to a given number. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me write down the same set of command. Select floor function, and here I will type a number 4.75. Okay, let me close this as floor underscore value. Okay, now if you select it and execute this, according to you, what should be the output? Can you tell me what should be the output for this one for 4.75? Yes, it will come out to be as 4. Okay, it comes out to be as 4. All right, that is your floor function and ceiling function. I hope you understood. Okay, next is power function. Power function. Power function basically it raises any specific number to the power of another number. Okay, power function raises any specific number to the power of another number. Let's say if I pass here select power of 4 comma 2. Okay, now if I execute this, what should be the answer, guys? 4 to the power of 2. It should be 16, correct? 4 to the power of 2. 16. It's powering to the next number. Okay. Similarly, if I use select power of 10 comma 3 as cubes, If I select it and execute this, you can see I'm getting 1000. 10 to the power 3. 1000. Okay. 10 to the power 3 as 1000. Alright. Similar to power function, next function is square root function. Square root function. Okay. So square root function returns you the square root of a number. Okay. Select square root of, let's say, one number 144. Okay. So if I execute this, it gives you 12. Okay. It gives you 12. Okay. Square root of 144. Clear? Next is random function. That is random function. Okay. What rand function will do? Rand function will return you any floating point number between 0 and 1. Okay. Rand function will return you any floating point number between 0 and 1. Okay. So let's see one result. Select rand function as random underscore number. Okay. If I select and execute this, you can see I'm getting a random number. If I execute this again, I'll get another random number. It's not fixed. Okay. It's not fixed. Okay. Next is mod function. Mod function. What does mod function do, guys? Mod function. Mod function will return you any remainder. Okay. Mod function will return you the remainder. Let's say select mod of 15, 3 as remainder. If I execute this one, what should be the remainder for 15, 3, guys? It should be 0, right? If you divide 15 by 3, it comes out to be 0. If I make it 16 or 14, now if I execute this, it comes out to be 2. Okay, it comes out to be 2. All right. We have greatest function also. Select greatest greatest function. I'll pass some numbers here: 2, 5, 6, 18, 20, 12, like this. Okay. Now this greatest numbers function will recover the greatest number out of this. So we have the greatest number here. Okay. 20th is the greatest number. If you want to find the least number, means the smallest number, so use least number word. Select least and let's use the same one. Okay. All right. Let's execute this one to get the least number. That is 2. Okay. 2. There's one more keyword, 28. Select 28. And if I pass some value here, let's say 22.7985, comma 2. If I do use this one, and if I execute this one, you'll find that it will truncate up to 2 values. Okay, it will truncate up to 2 values after the decimal. All right, clear? Am I clear? Okay, let me copy this one. You can try it, guys. Okay. So I think I have covered some basic SQL operations. Some more SQL operations are pending. I'll take it in tomorrow's session. Okay. I'll stop for today. If you have any doubts now, you can ask me. Okay. I'll stop now. I don't want to make you too much loaded. So if you have any queries, you can ask me now. Before you have to check on Zoho platform, is any application available or not? Okay. Neha Chate, truncate is just doing removing the specified number of values after the comma. Okay, after the decimal points, it is truncating the values. It is removing the specified values after the decimal. Okay, whatever number you have defined, those values, it's truncating. Okay, let's say you have a very big number and you want to truncate up to certain numbers after the decimal, you can do that. Priyanshu Parthe, I have already shared you. Gafur, we have to check that. I cannot assure you right now. You can explore it, right? Okay. Anybody else? Yes, guys. If you do not have any queries, you can leave. If you have any queries, you can ask. You can stay. Or else, if you do not have any queries, you can leave. All right. I'm not making this session too much complicated, guys, because if I teach everything, if I take it in a more faster way, you won't understand, right? So I'm taking it light, guys, so that whatever topics covered in the session, at least you are able to understand those things. Okay. So a few more things pending. In tomorrow's session, I will cover the rest SQL operations. Then we'll talk about joins. Okay. Then we'll take some data set into the MySQL workbench and we'll perform some other operations onto that. Okay. In this way, we'll proceed. All right. Yes, Another with any queries, you can ask me, or else you can leave.